Oh man, good morning. I don't think I'm supposed to camp here. So I didn't really film too much yesterday because I woke up and my last battery for my GoPro had like 20%. So, and I knew there was going to be some stuff that was going to be really nice to see, so I just saved it to film during the day, and then I didn't get here until about 10:30 last night. Sorry, the mosquitoes are just frickin' brutal this morning. So yeah, got in here like 10:30 and ended up doing like 33.5 miles yesterday, but it was like 9,200 feet of elevation gain. It was rough. But yeah, it's like 6 o'clock right now. I just made some coffee. I think the plan is to I got 2 miles to Stevens Pass, and then I'm gonna hitch into Leavenworth and see about getting some shoes, and then probably eat there. Oh, excuse me. Probably eat there, and then try and get a hitch back to Skycomish, and then hitch back to trail. The nice thing is, because I did so many miles in this last stretch, my average is down to like 25.8. So if I do 2 today down to the road, I only really need to do like 24. But even if I only do like 20 miles, I don't really care. It's only gonna make the average go up a little bit more. So, but yeah, after Stevens, been hearing some reports that Stevens to Stehekin is pretty rough. Lots of snow, and so we'll see. Chances are I'm gonna have to be getting up early, just because it's gonna take way longer to get the miles. But this last stretch was so beautiful. It was unbelievable, but it just destroyed me. I'm so tired. I'm hoping that we get this shoe situation dealt with and get some food, and I'll feel a little better, and hopefully not get back to trail too late. There's an outlet right here that I use to charge all my stuff, so talked to a southbounder, and he was like, yeah, there's an outlet, and I really don't think we're supposed to be camped here, but that's saving me a ton of time in town. Now I can actually like relax somewhat. My one battery bank basically took all night to charge, so there's no way I would have been able to charge that up, but got most of my stuff charged. So yeah, basically just got to deal with the town chores, and I'm not doing laundry or anything like that. I'm gonna wait till Mazama or Winthrop. So that's the plan, and I'm pretty excited to go to Leavenworth. Oh, excuse me, because I've been wanting to go there for a while. So it sounds like it's a cool little town, but I'll try and film a little bit around there if I can. And yeah, I'll check in again in the evening.
Oh, good evening. Quite the eventful day today. So got to the road at about 7:45, Stevens Pass, and managed to, well, I met two southbounders there at the road, and we were just kind of chatting, and then two super nice guys, Aaron and Jared, picked us up, and I can't remember what the group is that they run, but they run, I think it's an organization that has to do with like fathers taking their sons and spending quality time, and they do like a lot of stuff outside, like fishing expeditions and rafting and all kinds of things like that. But super cool guys. It sounded like a pretty sweet organization. So yeah, they dropped us off in Leavenworth. Got there like 8:40. The sports shop wasn't open, so went for breakfast with those two Sobos, and they were going to Wenatchee, I think, to stay the night there. And then by the time I was finished breakfast, I went over and the sports shop was open, so went in there. They had the Ultra Olympus, the 5s, so they actually had a pretty decent selection. It should get updated in Far Out, because they had Lone Peak 5 and 6, they had the Ultra Timp 3 and 4, and then they had the Olympus 4 and 5, but they also had like Keens. They had actually quite a bit of stuff. And really, if you're needing a pair of shoes at this point in the trail, whether you're going north or south, definitely hit that up. Apparently there's a shoe place in Wenatchee too. It's just based on what kind of time you have. But so yeah, these feel pretty good so far. We'll see what happens with them. I like them because they got way more support, and the grip is pretty aggressive, so I figure for the snow sections it couldn't hurt. But yeah, and then I got a new pair of socks, because my socks, I bought a pair of socks at the gas station there in Snoqualmie, and they're just, I mean, they're fine. Like, I'm gonna keep one pair for sleep socks, but they're just mostly cotton and they just don't hold up. So but yeah, and then got a hitch back to Skycomish from a guy named Luke. and he was climbing kind of around like the enchantment area, just east of Leavenworth there. So he gave me a ride back to Skycomish. Went there and got my 2 boxes and actually started a hiker box at the post office. The woman at the post office was super nice, super helpful. She actually said it was okay that I started a hiker box there, so I put a bunch of stuff in it. And then went to eat at what was that place called? It was the Whistling something. But yeah, the food was okay. There was one woman literally doing everything, like serving everyone, cooking the food. So actually pretty decent for having one person doing all that work. But ran into 2 southbounders there, talked to them for a while, and then I ran into a couple more northbounders that I'd seen in Snoqualmie, and they were all dealing with the heat out here. It was 105 today out here, and I thought it was only in the 90s, but apparently it was like 100 degrees the last couple days. So there's no wonder why I was feeling like crap. But yeah, it's like 4:30 now. I wanted to wait for it to cool down, even though I'm not going to get the miles in, but it's supposed to be a little cooler tomorrow, still hot, and then the next day is supposed to be quite a bit cooler, and then after that it's basically back to like seasonal temperatures. So which it'll be nice for Jen, because when she shows up in Rainy Pass, then temperatures are basically going to be normal, so she's not going to be having to deal with all this stuff plus the heat. But still aiming to get there. 4 days. I got a lot of food. I don't know, I'd like to get another 10 in today. I got my headlamp charging. It basically died last night, but saved me quite a bit of time charging my stuff there at the ski lift last night. So even though I'm pretty sure I wasn't really supposed to be there, but so yeah, we'll try for like 10. That'll only be 12 miles, and that's gonna bump my average up again. But if I can do 10, then I should be in bed like at a reasonable time, and then I can start getting up early and doing a couple of big days. I think that makes way more sense than trying to push like 20 tonight, get to camp at 11. I don't think that makes any sense, because I've done that and my body needs rest at this point. So I need to get to camp fairly early tonight. I think that probably makes the most sense. But yeah, I got I think it's 123 miles to Rainy Pass from here. So it's getting close at this point. But this section is section K, is apparently known as being one of the most difficult sections of the PCT. It's got more elevation gain and loss than any of the other sections, supposedly, and there's going to be significant snow. So, but apparently it's fairly smooth sailing after that. From Rainy Pass to the border is just cruisy compared to this. So let's hope that's the case. And yeah, I'm gonna try and enjoy this little next section of trail. I got a climb coming up here pretty quick, but yeah, we'll try for 10, get to camp at a reasonable time, and then push a 30 or 33 or whatever tomorrow, so we can keep that average up. But let's try for that, and I'll just make this my check-in for the evening, and I'll check in again in the morning.